racing. And McKeon was one of the fastest to begin, but eased out of that speed battle as Get Some Fun surges to the front. Bavaria to second, followed by Super Impressive third. Now Bodie Boy gets around it from Outreach to Henry. Pony Soprano flosses one, lays about a length further back. Was Beyond Ironside 2, Sumo Fish on the inside of McKeon. A further length back to This Is Heaven, followed by Lensman, and 2 lengths last of all was Six Speed. The Country Championship qualifying field led by Bavaria down the side of the track. Race a length and a half clear. Outreach to Henry second, Flosses one as third, followed by Get Some Fun, Pony Soprano. It's on the outside of the favourite Bodie Boy. A length Super Impressive, Beyond Ironside lays about 2, Sumo Fish, McKeon behind those, followed by This Is Heaven, Lensman, and last of all Six Speed into the straight. Bavaria the inside, on the outside Flosses one, Pony Soprano, Get Some Fun from Super Impressive, and Beyond Ironside. Bavaria under siege. Beyond Ironside moves up on the outside. Here's Sumo Fish and McKeon. Beyond Ironside in front, joined by Sumo Fish the outside. Sumo Fish wins the Mid-North Coast Championship. Second, McKeon. Beyond Ironside prominent for third.
Shotgun Roulette and Luciola Bill have been to the final. You can add Sumo Fish to Wayne Wilkes' record going to Randwick, Gary.
I think Wayne too, the big thing is getting to Randwick, but not only that, to get your daughter to win on him is a big thing too.
Oh, look, she's been incredible. Look, perfect ride today on him. Just sort of got back, there was a lot of speed on. She just didn't panic or anything, was patient, got him to the outside and let him really hit the line.
Yeah, I spoke to Rebellina the other day and she said, you've just trained him, and she's just sat with him and worked with him all the way along, mate. Yeah, she has. Look, she does all the gallops on him, basically. Does a lot of work in the stable. She works tirelessly. Like, all this is 110% credit to her, what she's doing. Get another one for the championships. That's the satisfying part. Oh, most satisfying. Look, proud of her as anything. Father, boss, everything. So it's all great, yeah.
And here's a very proud daughter. Shay Wilkes with Priscilla.
You're allowed to get emotional, Shay. What a day, what a win. A day you'll never forget.
No, that's for sure. I had a lot to do with Luciola Bell in track work when she won the qualifier, and I absolutely blew my eyes out that day.
It's not quite the same though as riding them to victory.
No, this horse has just been absolutely phenomenal for me, and I can't thank the owner enough and Dad for letting me stick on him. He's just a horse that absolutely keeps stepping up every time you ask him for that next effort, and it's just a thrill.
And for a horse that's had a little bit of racing, it's fair to say he's come back even better this time in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, he just takes that next step, keeps taking that next step, and he just does it with so much ease, and he always puts in for a fight. But it's just something I'll never forget.
Take us through the run.
Look, they went quick. I was back further than what I expected. I was a bit sort of, oh no, and then I got on the back of Dad's other horse, Lazabout, and he sort of didn't take me into the run like he did, but just because the pace was on. But mind you, once he got clear running and he saw them in front, he absolutely let down, and he's just crying out for that 1400 now, so look out, Randwick.
Starter has the button. Gates fly. Racing, Tribeca Star slow to move. Last to hit the ground, and Roman Rebel not showing a great deal of pace. The Wolf from out wide came out quickly, changed the date. My Mum's Toy Boy. Sammy Conquers all fast away. Lubrication off the speed on the outside of Vetoed. Tribeca Star now burrowing up along the rail. 2 lengths away, Roman Rebel. Fairway Choice, Fucubana. Volcanic Love is wide out, second last. Card Sharp had dropped out to the tail of the midfield as they leave the back. Sammy conquers all at the half-mile marker, a neck in front. The Wolf is second. My Mum's Toy Boy, a length and a half away. On the outside have changed the date. Then Tribeca Star, vetoed. Roman Rebel is on the rail as they come down the side of the course. Further back is Volcanic Love. Fairway Choice. Fucubana's a long way back. Card Sharp at the rear. Lubrications midfield and wide. Coming around the corner. 350 to go. Sammy conquers all on the inside of the Wolf. My Mum's Toy Boy. Tribeca Star is into the clear. Lubrication deeper out, but with a furlong to go. Tribeca Star hit the lead. Fucubana and Lubrication are chasing. Tribeca Star in front. Fucubana's run to second. It's Tribeca Star. Tribeca Star beat Fucubana. Lubrication third.
Well done, Matt. 1-2 to the final, champ.
Thank you very much. No, it was a great result. You know, we came here with 3 horses that were the first 3 in the market, and they finished that order in the race, and that's we can't ask for any more than that. All 3 horses ran great. The first 2 will go through, obviously, and Lubrication will go through to the wildcard now. So no, we're happy.
He was terrific, Tribeca Star today. He stepped a shade slow to go, but McGurran just saved everything on him too.
Yeah, he did, and that was the difference. You know, he ended up with a better run through the race than what probably Fucubana did, and that was the difference in the result. Pretty much Fucubana sort of got strung up and held up on straightening and had to change course a couple of times, whereas Matthew was able to navigate a really straight course on Tribeca Star. So no, look, very, very proud of all 3 horses, and they all ran as well as we'd hoped and better.
Yeah, and with Tribeca Star, he won the qualifier at Grafton last year, and he backs up with a win here, mate.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how many have 2 cracks at it. We're obviously not racing him enough because he hasn't had that many starts just yet. But you know, I think he's going better now than what he ever has. I think that's been pretty well documented that he's come back better this preparation than ever before. So bring on Randwick.
Would it be fair to say Fucubana may be better suited at Randwick on the real big circuit there?
I believe so, yeah. And I think we might just get the race was run a bit tattered mid stages, and there was a bit of jostling and a bit of interference, and I think we'll get a cleaner run race at Randwick, and that will certainly suit a horse like him that probably needs to be going a little bit further than what he is right now. But you know, as things stretch out, the nice big straight at Randwick, that'll certainly suit that powerful finish that he provided today.
Yeah, now it's your job to just keep him ticking over right till April.
Exactly, that's it. But you know, we've done it a few times now, and you know, we've managed to win it once, and hopefully this year we can do it again.
Matty, massive day, 4 winners. You won on this horse in the country championships last year. Talk us through the race.
It was a little bit on edge in the gates actually. He stepped a little bit hesitantly, but the good gate we were able to offset that, and he travelled up. He was the winner from a long way from home. I've heard stories that the second or the stablemate was pretty bit unlucky too, but geez, this horse went good today. The stable's flying. The team have done a great job to 12 months between, and you know, he's back in the same race.
He was a fraction slow out of Queensland to start before, and he was a bit slow today, but I think what helped you was the draw, Matty, and you were able to get him there quickly without doing too much.
Yeah, definitely. He actually done the same thing last year at Grafton in the heat. We drew stickily and we ended up 3 pairs back the fence, and it was another bottler, so we've got a good affiliation. But well done to all connections, and hopefully they can. He drew sticky there in the final last year, and I thought he ran a really bold race, so hopefully he can draw a nice gate down there in the final.
Benny, awesome run. Go back through the race, 500, things didn't go your way there.
No, I was in an okay spot. In a 3 wide line, we covered, travelling well, and just got a lot of interference from the outside, and to be honest, he done a good job to pick himself up, because it sort of knocked the wind out of him and probably cost him 3 lengths. So for himself to pick himself up and find the line he did, beaten just on a length, you know, and taking ground off the winner. It's frustrating he didn't win today, but at least he gets into the final with 56, so he's going to be very hard to beat.
Light. Set, they're off. She came away well, Kimberly Secrets, not as fast as Moss Gold, who landed in front. No Drama coming across. It's in second position early. Then we've got Super Norwest, who's right there. And Kimberley Secrets going forward now to second as Super Norwest takes the lead. No Drama second, Kimberley Secrets third, Moss Gold fourth, Tickle Belly fifth and wide. And then Toes in the Water between runners. They're followed by Sun Chime from Cable Express, Bella Fox, Sass and Cheek, Craving Magic, Mighty Myrtle, Lambay. And Ever I Do is the last one. Speed slow, 800 to go. Here's Super Norwest is getting this cheaply in front. No Dramas second. Tickle Belly third, but 3 wide. Moss Gold, it's in 4th position. Cable Express is 5th and way off the track from Kimberley Secrets. Then Toes in the Water. They're followed by Sun Chime from Sass and Cheek on the 3 wide line from Bella Fox, Craving Magic, Mighty Myrtle, Ever I Do. Lambay's last. Super Norwest should have a good kick, had it soft in front, 400 to go. No Dramas a length away second, Tickle Belly hanging in there. Moss Gold behind those, Craving Magic trying to wind up, Sass and Cheek from a long way back. Tickle Belly went to Super Norwest. No Dramas there, it's Tickle Belly in front, 100 to go. Sun Chime out of the pack coming with Cable Express. Tickle Belly's in front, Sun Chime. Sun Chime's won at big odds. Second went to Cable Express, Tickle Belly ran the race of her life at the 1400. Then came Sass and Cheek close up.
Keith, how good's that? You had a few tries in it, but that horse just had, forget it completely the other day, but what a great thing for you and Libby, who's just recently joined you as a training partner.
Yeah, fantastic for Libby. I'm so happy for her.
I can see that. What about the owners? They'll be ecstatic because you went home really disappointed the other day.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm not saying she would have won, but she was just hopelessly in a bad position, and Molly rode a pit terrific, but just everywhere she went, she got knocked down. So, but we've had a rough trot lately since Libby and I have joined up. In 2 months, we've had 1 winner.
Yeah, well, that's changed today.
Yeah, so happy for Libby and the staff.
Yeah, she's been a backbone of your stable, as all your staff have. You can plan ahead from here, Keith. You've got something to really look forward to and aim up with this very progressive horse.
Yeah, most certainly. She'll probably have a couple of weeks off now, and I'll think about it and speak to David, and we'll just make our decisions after that and see how she pulls up.
I can see you're quite touched by that, the Libby factor as well, and just bounce back and you're into that final, of course, on April 6th.
Yeah, well, Libby and I have known one another since we were young people in our 20s. She's worked for me for 25 years, and I'm just so happy for her.
We've known each other since in the 80s, early 80s, I suppose, and I've worked for Keith since about 2003 or 4, so here we are.
A lot of early days, early mornings, but this horse has always shown something, had that bit of X factor about it.
Oh, she has. She had a few issues. She was a bit probably just too eager for her own good, really. But she just wants to be a racehorse now.
Is he still the boss, or do you call the shots a little bit?
He's the boss and I'm on the floor.
Just like how you like it.
Well, yeah, exactly how I like it, yeah.
Well, you've taken out the big race, the country championships. You ride at a lot of country meetings. That mare was explosive today, but riding for the right stable, they're hard to beat.
Yeah, exactly like that. Keith brings his horses to these races. He plans to sort of race for them and to get the outcome he wanted to. And look, the horse went to the start beautiful, quiet. When I asked for an effort, she let down lovely, so it was really good.
Yeah, it can be a contender for sure, but you were telling me before you sort of weren't supposed to be here.
No, we obviously drew the outside and things. It was a really muddly run race where I thought they'd actually go a lot quicker than that. Decided to bide a bit of bad luck and take that out, come back and sort of skip underneath them where there would be some openings, hopefully midfield, and it ended up working out beautiful. We found the favourites back, and yeah, it was a sort of a nice flow and effect from there.
They settle. Up and racing, one more thing out wide began well. Cheap Gath was showing early pace. And there is a Tycoon getting across from a wide barrier. And Chico Casino's also racing up towards the lead. Light Infantry settles just behind them, followed by No More Night Shift. The next one was Don Stefano, being followed then by Marinara. And in behind them was Redneck Rum, Smart and Dapper getting a fair way back, Scopix. Followed then by Strategic Charge, and on the outside of it was Commando Jack. One more thing comes past the 800, leads out a length and a half on Chico Casino. Light Infantries, there is a Tycoon's travelling very wide. Going forward there, Cheap Gas Rack was over on the rails. No More Night Shift starts to come around them pretty quickly, followed then by Don Stefano, who's a fair way back as they thunder on the side. Marinara was cramped away over on this inside, followed then by Smart and Dapper, Strategic Charge, and then came Commando Jack, and last of all was Redneck Rum into the straight. They come, and Chico Casino had raced up to One More Thing. Light Infantry gets the rails, runs. There is a Tycoon, the big fellow is putting in his claim. Back behind them, No More Night Shifts. There is a Tycoon, hit the lead, he's racing away from them. There is a Tycoon, goes home to win. Flying home, Don Stefano, maybe second. Right there with him were Scopics.
The 7th time you've qualified a horse for the final after today with a big, beautiful galloper.
Thank you. Yeah, he's awesome. He really is. He's a daunting big horse, but he's extremely talented. He really is talented. If he hadn't had the couple of issues he's had, he could do anything, but he's just a little bit, probably held back just a little bit, but certainly for what he's doing at the moment, he's extremely pleasing. Thank you.
He didn't have the easiest of runs, but maybe a big bloke like him, he likes a bit of room.
We'd have been worse off, to be honest, if he'd have drawn in an inside gate and he starts to truck a little bit and then he gets a little bit keen, and then if he was trapped on the rail, it wouldn't be a very good place for him. So drawing 9 was favourable for him, for his racing pattern and how big he is. His stride's enormous. So
his Tags is the other sibling, and he qualified for a final.
He did. He did. He did.
A family affair now.
It is. No, they're good gallopers. She's a very good broodman, knows his Tycoon, so...
Yes, that's right. So, 7 horses have qualified. They haven't all got there through various circumstances, but do you think this might be your best chance yet?
Most definitely.
Is he the best horse you've put through this series on raw ability?
Yes. Zoo Station was exceptionally good, but this bloke, he's a bit special, I think.
You've run second in 6 of these country championship races. You break the hoodoo today, and you've been with this horse right from the start.
Yeah, what a terrific experience. Gain has been so loyal to me. I couldn't ride him at Parks. I went elsewhere, and just can't believe that she let me stick and come back on him to win at Hawkesbury, and then, of course, keep the ride today. So, yeah, unbelievable.
He's always been a horse we knew had plenty of ability. He's just a big raw bugger.
Exactly. He's so big. He just early days didn't really have it together, but still did enough just to have enough ability and win those few the maiden and Class 1, and then he just kept progressing. And Gaynor obviously put the tongue tie on him today, and he just found extra.
Take us through the run. You didn't have the best of luck.
No, I didn't. It looked like I was going to fold into a one-off spot, and one on the fence just dug up underneath us and held us in a 3-wide line, but I just kept him happy. He's a big horse, like I said, so trying to smother him up's not ideal anyway, so I just kept him happy. And I was a little bit concerned when we started rounding up the top because he just sort of wanted to drop the bridle on me a little bit, but once I sort of gave him a little bit of an egg along, he was perfect.
Don Stefano, cracking run, finishing second behind Zariza Tycoon here in the Country Championships this afternoon. Trainer Dean Murphin, you must be really pleased with that result.
Thrilled, yeah. We put a lot of effort into producing the horse here as fresh as he was. He's obviously a staying type of horse, but to run like that first up, we expected him to run really well. I said to Mitch he would, and he did. Yeah, so that's great.
And you would think he'd be the sort of horse that would really appreciate Randwick?
Absolutely, yeah. Look, a big chuck horse for sure. He's really hit the line harder than anything else in the race, and so that suits horses at Randwick. So, we're looking forward to going there.
And Mitch Stapleton, take us through the run. Were you thinking at the halfway point where you'd be in the finish?
I was, yeah. He was sort of just on and off the bridle, and I sort of slapped him up at about the 800 just to make sure he was tacking onto the back of Derek Piper's horse, and he picked the bridle up, and I knew we were going well then. Just sort of coming around the bend, he sort of dropped the bridle on me and was, not really taking me into the race, but once he straightened up and balanced up, he let down super.
Well, it was a terrific run. We wish you both the best of luck when you head to Randwick, and all the best.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Set to go, Wagga, the Evergreen Turf, SDRA Country Championship. Burundana favourite, and they're off, and Burundana came away midfield. Kenny Hell from a wide barrier was first away. Now showing speed is Imposing Tallulah, and going forward as well is Arthur the Great. Speed slow early. Arthur the Great, Kenny Hill, they've got it between them. Villasaurus got to third. Imposing Tallulah's in fourth position. Kaida Blazers fifth, and then came Just Like Liam in the purple jacket. Then Burrendana, the favourite midfield on a slow tempo. From Just Google Me, Prophet's Daughter, County Kilkenny. Dolly's a long way back with Rolo, Future Fund. Wings of Carmen's a long way back with Dynamic One back near the inside, and the last one is Sorry Sunshine. Arthur the Great's got this very cheaply in front. Kenny Hill second, 600 to go. Villasaurus third, but it's been wide. Imposing Tallulah behind those. Just Like Liam, Kaida Blaze. Burrendana's got off the inside. And Dolly gets to the outside with Prophet's Daughter underneath it, and Future Fund there as well. Kenny Hill, 300 to go, rushed up to Arthur the Great. Arthur the Great with a good kick from Kenny Hill, who can't quite get past it. Burrendana, Villasaurus, Prophet's Daughter trying to wind up. Arthur the Great's in front from Kenny Hill. Burrendana leaving his run very late. Kenny Hill up to Arthur the Great. Kenny Hill's hit the front. Kenny Hill books the ticket to Randwick. Beat Burrendana, Villasaurus or Arthur the Great in the photo.
Job done, Kim. Well done. Last year he was about 6th or 7th. We said it was a year too early, but today he showed what he's capable of.
Yeah, we had that problem where he didn't race in springtime, so we really set him for this race today, and it's all come good, so yeah, a bit emotional, sorry mate.
Yeah, you are, and Simon Miller stuck really solid to this horse. He's come down, he's made the trip. What a fantastic achievement.
Yeah, he's done so much work with the horse, and I went away for a holiday about 12 months ago, and he looked after it for a month for me. I know it was just a bit of payback for him. I know he's moved to Queensland, but he knows the horse inside out, and that ride was just superb today.
And he'll be on him in the final at this stage?
For sure.
For sure, that's what we like to see. This horse has got a really good syndicate of owners. You head that syndicate, Mitchell Park Racing. Jeff Harrison, the chairman here of the Murrumbidgee Turf Club.
Yeah, it's great for Jeff. He's been a great supporter of mine over the years, and it's good to get a big race for him.
He's a 5 times winner from 13, but he's just had a few other things go wrong where you thought, oh, you know, what's gone wrong here? But his best is really good.
Well, the barriers haven't helped him, I think.
They didn't today either, really.
He's had virtually the outside gate 10 times out of 13 starts, so better gates, he's most likely not even eligible for this race today, but it's worked out that way, and yeah, it's great.
I'm happy about it. Before the race last year, or just after, we said 12 months, Kim. We're just going to wait 12 months, and that's really rang true. He come through really quick last year. You threw him in, and they were a bit too good for him, but 12 months on, here you are.
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, you jumped off, but we'll let that go, mate. You told me 12 months ago, but no, it's just great for all the owners and a small stable like myself.
Well, a very gallant run by our favourite, Pete. There was a bit of a delay there at the start, but he was nice and calm, and he really attacked the line well, and he's through to the final.
Yes, it's been a battle to get here, but we're there. We're in at Randwick.
That's right, and you've got a couple of runs into him consistently, like about 10 days ago now. You can plan ahead. That's probably as good a run as you've ever had with him.
It is, yes. He's had plenty of problems. I've never been able to keep going. It's been a very interrupted preparation.
From here to there, Pete, you might give him one more start. You're the trainer, but he's a very, very talented horse at his best, and he's got a terrific finish.
He has. Now, he's a very talented horse, but his problem's been holding him back. If his feet weren't annoying him, he'd be winning these races instead of getting beaten. But now, we keep trying, and hopefully we'll get there.
Well, Burrendana was really gallant, running on well. He'll take more benefit out of that run than most horses and what most people would think. Matt, you were the jockey on top. He was pretty good.
Yeah, his run was good, Graham. Had a nice run. He drew nice and he had a nice run in transit. Got away from the fence into the clear room at the top of the straight. I thought I was home actually, but full credit to the winner. I run to the winner, couldn't get past it. He kept fighting on. So yeah, look, he's probably only his third run back in. He's had a few little issues and probably as good as he's felt today for a while. So yeah, definitely if he keeps improving, I think he'll be there at the final. Yeah, he'll definitely be a chance.
It'd be nice to go back up there. You've ridden in the final before, and it's just a race that country jockeys in particular look forward to, and country owners and country trainers. It's the pinnacle for them.
Yeah, you're right, Graham. It's our grand final. We don't get a chance to race for that sort of money. So yeah, everyone looks forward, but they start planning for probably 12 months before. As soon as it's over, they start planning for next year. So yeah, that's the main goal. If you've got a horse that goes all right, you're looking to get into the championships.
What about Peter Morgan? He doesn't say a lot of words, but he'd give you a lot of confidence underneath.
Yeah, look, no one knows his horses better. I've ridden for Peter for a lot of years, and my brother Michael before me rode from a lot, and a great horseman. Just riding for them sort of guys, it gives you a bit of confidence, And he said today he's as happy with the horse as he has been for a while, and that's how the horse raced too.
I suppose the one thing, Matt, he's just got to hold him together for another month because he has had start out. But Peter said he's as good as he's had him.
Look, there's always a chance of him going amiss, but just try and hold him together, and look, he felt good today, and just hope he improves a little bit more. If he does, he'll be competitive in the final.
Stand by, and they're off now. Up in there at the start was Point Bassett's joined 2 with Giving Delight out the back. Leaving well was Halsey Bell and bounced about a half length in front of Whoever Thought on the outside. Smart Shot just in behind the speed, followed by Innovacity working forward 3 deep on the track. Then followed by Rematch joined 2 with Camborne. Then followed by Tornado Express just throwing the head around a little bit, and Know Thyself gets about midfield on the inside. Power Bow is next, followed by Away Goes the Bunny. Further afield then to Listomania, it's on the outside of Dances with Hooves with Giving Delight, and at the rear of the field is Point Bass. Sweeping off the back straight. They've got about 700 metres left to travel, and it's Halsey Bell that leads the way by half a length from Whoever Thought in second spot. Innovacity is third to the outside. Rematch is fourth the inside. Here comes Tornado Express now working into the race nicely. Smart Shot tracks it, then followed by Listomania, and Know Thyself is at the head of the remainder. Swinging the bend, 350 metres left to travel. Working to the top now is Innovacity. Out deep moving forward is Listomania, followed by Halsey Bell, who fights back along the inside. So they're well into the straight now. Halsey Bell joined 2 with Innovacity. Innovacity gets to the top, trying hard along the outside comes Listomania, but the leader is Innovacity. Innovacity down towards the line wins. Innovacity by about a length on the line from Listomania in second spot. Prominent for third was Halsey Bell.
Paul, geez, that was a tough win. He pushed forward, he was 3 wide throughout, and Know Thyself was getting the gun run, but geez, she was so tough.
Yeah, it was a great run. It's been a bit of a tricky track today, and making up ground's been hard. So she was right on the speed where she needed to be, and that was probably the difference. He was back in the inside in what seems to be inferior ground. He ran on well. He just, would have liked to have seen him accelerate a bit better, but she had the momentum, and she's a tough filly.
Donovan didn't panic either. He just had her cruising along there. He didn't ask her for the effort early. She was really travelling into the straight.
Yeah, she got posted a bit wide early, and I thought he might have actually pushed onto the lead, but she settled well. The main thing I told him today was just keep it smooth and get her in a rhythm. She's a big striding filly. She's always showed a lot, and great to have her there, and she'll take some beating in the final.
She was obviously first up today, had to do a lot of work. Were you concerned when Listomania peeled off the back and loomed?
No, she's naturally quite a clean-winded horse, and she normally 2 trials, and she's really 1400 is kind of a good trip for her, so very good.
What do you do with her now between here and Randwick?
Probably not much. I'd say that'll be the next day.
Here's Todd Payne. You're going to Randwick and racing for $1 million. Not bad from a boy from Inverell.
It's crazy. Unbelievable. Randwick, he's had 5 goes at Randwick and hasn't missed top 3. I can't wait to get down there. Yeah.
The barrier, as you said, didn't worry you. You knew you were going to be back and wide.
Yep.
Didn't let you down.
No, didn't let us down. He's a fit horse. He's a tough horse. Luke done a terrific job. Rode him a treat. And so, fantastic.
Do you reckon McDonald will want to get back on now?
I reckon he
He left you today.
Yeah, left today, but it was good. Fantastic.
Well, I hope the next month is as good as the month you've had with him since he won that highway, because you said to us it's been faultless.
Yeah, it has. And he's like that. He's a lovely horse to hang with. He's easy. And I can't thank the boys at home enough, Benny Ross and Scotty Sweetman that deal with him every day, riding him. They do a great job with him.
Donovan Dillon, the winning rider.
Well done, Donovan. How good was that? Take me through it.
Oh, it was absolutely beautiful. It mapped out like I studied it for the last week and a half. I didn't see all that much speed in it, but enough to sort of keep us and our momentum going forward the whole time. At the 600, I did feel that they were sort of lacking off underneath me, around me, and I just elected for her to just slide up nicely, get into a rhythm, breathing well, got into the straight. She took an awkward stride, but once she balanced up, she just powered away. She's a real quality filly, this, and the 54 makes it, well, helps them, put it that way, yeah.
You weren't given any favours from the gate, but she was travelling well where she was.
Yeah, for sure. We were always going well, just being off the slow pace. Sometimes you don't mind being out there 3 wide when they're going at slow pace. So, yeah, merit to her and merit to Paul and Leah. Obviously, fantastic run, fantastic win.
You spoke about how it would feel pre-race. How does it feel post-race?
Oh, outstanding. I can't explain it. Feels like the last 2.5 years has just been appraised on my shoulders, and yeah, I can't thank Paul and Leah enough.
All set to go here. Off and racing. Poison Point began pretty quickly. Ship Shape was also well away. Pants on Fire and Gallant Star right up with them early. It's going to be up inside the leader early. Plenitude ran through to be running about 5th. Sports Page gets into a handy spot. It's back along the rails. It's centre field. Followed then by Dion getting back in the field with Rouge Moulin. Lost My Cowboys a long way back. Always a Saint is still well off them. Followed then by Dion and Joshua was last of all. So taking up the running now, Gallant Star, the favourite, had gone to the lead as they pass the 800. It's out by a length and a half. Plenitude is getting the nice run on the rails. Pants on Fire is going around them in company there with Stockholm. Dion's right off the track. Being followed then by Poison Point, who's trying to work into it. A fair way back to Rouge Middle, and only got about 4 or 5 behind it. Gallant Star at the 400, kicked right away here from Plenitude, followed then by Stockholm. Over on the inside, Sports Page running home well was Dion, and Rouge Middle on the Gallant Star is raced away by about 4 lengths. Coming home well was Rouge Middle, followed then by Plenitude and Poison Point, but Gallant Star is racing right away. And Gallant Star beat Rouge Moulin, Poison Point third.
Well, you can breathe out now, Snow. You got the job done with Gallant Star. I think we all thought he was the best horse in the race. You probably weren't expecting him to lead, though.
No. Well, we thought he'd be more forward than what he used to be. You know, in his trials, he's been jumping out and showing that he wants to run, you know, but yeah, I didn't think he'd lead like that.
It's been a real task to manage him coming into the race. You must have felt a little bit of pressure. He's come out as a short price favourite today.
Yeah, and the money covered. When he got into $1.20, I got real nervous, but yeah, I knew he was a classy horse, and yeah, I've been riding all his work myself this preparation, so I was pretty confident I had him fit enough.
And what will you do with him now leading into the final?
Yeah, not too much. He'll have 3 weeks between runs, which will be perfect. We all know he likes Randwick, so I think he'll be spot on.
Well, you haven't been associated with him for that long, but today you taught him how to lead.
Yeah, it's a bit of a change for him and me.
Yeah, but you rode him like the best horse?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I was ahead of the ruck. So he'd be beginning cleanly in his trials, so just want to sort of make sure it's taking the bad luck out of it, but he was just a class above where I had the horse early, so just let him slide on and lead.
Yeah, how did he feel compared to when you rode him in the barn dance? Do you see any changes in him as he developed?
He's a lovely horse. I rode a couple earlier, and there's a big difference between what I rode to him. As he showed he's a class above them, and nice way to get it done.
You know, at Randwick on day 1 of the championships, he's going to be there unleashing a big finish like he did in that barn dance.
Yeah, he doesn't have to lead, but it's nice to know that he can if it does unfold like that.
Yeah.
Any given the ground's probably beneficial for him. It's firm today, he felt great, but all signs are good.
It's on again. It's on again, Kerry. Well done. Congrats. Having you what?
Mate, I don't know what Jason said, but we thought he was just going to be racing forward a couple back, and suddenly he's leading, and he's never led.
He wanted to be out of the ruck, is what he said.
He took bad luck out.
Yeah.
Fantastic ride. We're so happy, and we're going to Randwick.
Dave, he looks even better again.
He is. Right. There's no question about that, Greg. I mean, if you look at that horse now compared to 12 months ago, he's a furnished animal.
Yeah.
And he's ready. Like He wants to do it. So we were a bit unlucky last year, you know, in running second so close. And then in the final, that really heavy track didn't suit him, but he still raced well. And I guess all you can do is go back to the barn dance and say, have a look at that.
Yeah, have a look at that. And you know what? That was 131 days ago. It's been a long wait.
It has, mate. But full credit to David. He saw the 2 unimpressive barrier trials and said, there's something about this horse. and he convinced me to go halves with him.
Yeah.
Great eye for a horse, T. Ringway.
I hope you enjoy it, because these horses don't come around very often, do they?
And mate, he represents Central West, and I'm glad a lot of people are happy he's won.
What about your trainer? What do you say about Brett Robb, this gun boy from Ningen, but now Dubbo?
Aidan O'Brien, isn't he?
He'd give him a run for his money. I don't think Aidan will be able to keep up with him at a pub in Dubbo tonight.
No.
So now we wait. April 5.
April 5 at Randwick, mate. Yeah, we can't wait.
By signal racing. Campbell off the inside left, okay. Unreachable with speed, whoever thought, and Royal Teens on the scene. Rematch not far away. Then Know Thyself in that leading division. Tornado Express out wide, and away goes the bunny. Camborne is back in the field now. Just stablemates getting back there. Power Boa. They were followed next by Lensman on the outside. Then Unreachable. Lubrication about midfielder. Then came Credit Controller on the inside, Giving Delights back in the second half of the field. The outside of it there, Kyoko, followed by Dancers with Hooves on the inside, and back at the rear, Bjorn Ironside. Down the side at the 800. Now Campbell on the inside, led narrowly from Whoever Thought in second spot, and Tornado Express third. Royal Teens fourth on the fence. Know Thyself, close enough if good enough in fifth there in the middle. They were followed by Lensman. Rematch, Unreachables out wide. Away goes the bunny, then Power Boa. They were followed next by Dancers with Hooves and also Giving Delight as they come around the bend. 400 metres left to go. Camborne, Whoever Thought on the outside, the first challenger. Tornado Express out wide. Know Thyself winding up quickly now. 250 left to go. Know Thyself dash to the front. Bullock gave it a cut with a persuader, got away by 2. Tornado Express, away goes the bunny. Lubrication running on quickly. 100 metres left to go. Know Thyself in front. Lubrication runs to second, but it's Know Thyself. Plenty of ability this horse. Know Thyself, he's down 1 by 2.5. Second was Lubrication. Away goes the bunny, got third.
Well done, Leah. He is such an impressive horse, and he showed that here today. Yeah, absolutely. He is an absolute ripper. As you could see from his trials this prep, he's just taken a little bit to get going. I actually thought he probably matured from his trip to Queensland, but as it turned out, he probably just wasn't quite there yet all prep, you know. And you could see in his trials he was a little bit lacklustre. So obviously we put the blinkers on at Tamworth. I think he probably just needed the run. You know, he probably didn't need the shades today. He just needs a little bit of ring rust, get back mobile, get out and do what he does. And you obviously saw a different horse today, and he'll be even better again come the final.
And Aaron rode him with a lot of confidence today.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a horse, obviously he'll get a mile 2000. From the gate, you know, obviously the rain came, but you're always probably on him. You always want to draw out. I think he probably rode him a little bit too pretty at Tamworth. He drew 17 and somehow he found the fence, and it was a bit of a muddling tempo, and it was a bit of obviously a sit and sprint, which didn't really suit him. But today he you know, obviously was caught wide, but was always had obviously momentum coming into the straight. I actually thought he waited a little bit too long to get going. I thought, Aaron, just let him rip, please. And yeah, obviously 20 out of 10 from Aaron, kept him out of trouble, and the horse did the rest.
And this race has always been a target, and how good is it to have these wild cards, because things didn't probably go right first up?
Yeah, absolutely. And it was really disappointing, you know. We obviously, after Queensland, we penciled this race in, you know, and I thought, 1400, like everything had mapped out beautifully, apart from the fact that he probably wasn't performing in his trials up to standard. We did have plans to give him a run in Sydney before we came here, but elected to go the third trial. We didn't want him to dour first up for the 14. As it turns out, he probably was a little bit dour anyway, but yeah, mate, obviously I'm wrapped. I love this horse. I named him. I just absolutely, this is my number one. So.
Well, Paul said you were going to cry. You haven't cried. Well done. You're in.
No, I didn't cry because I told him I would too, and I had to hold it at bay. But no, he's a ripper, and I love him.
Well, Aaron, I know you've always had a huge opinion of this fellow. He was super impressive today. He jumped well. Take us through the run.
Yeah, he jumped well, and then it was just a matter of getting. I just wanted to get as close as I could to the rail, but he had enough so I could sort of cut the corner, but then slingshot off the second corner and get out to where I needed to be, which is definitely middle to out. That's where it's not as rain affected, or to my opinion, that's where the winner's been coming most of the day. And look, it worked perfect for us. We jumped from the middle of the pack, got into a good spot. Didn't really have a bum to follow most of it, but he's a lovely relaxed horse, so it didn't really bother me because you don't want to cover their blinkers in too much mud. Can do more harm than good. But yeah, look, it was easy work. He done the rest. He loves the wet. The race just never went to pan for us at Tamworth, and we were sort of leader bias when it was run that slow. So we had to come here for round 2, and second up probably definitely was a lot better second up, and yeah, it was good to get the job done on him.
And he's the kind of horse that's just going to love Randwick.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, big track, 100%. Yeah, he's won there before in the heavy and demolished them. So all but being up in grade, he'll definitely make his presence felt.
They're ready. They're off. Tickle Belly anticipated the start, broke well with Moss Gold, and 4K flew out of the gates but restrained early. And Tickle Belly's got the early lead here from Moss Gold second. Light Infantry's going to land in third. Tavolo fourth. No Drama fifth and going forward. Then one of the horses from the Central West. That is No More Night Shift on the outside of Stern Words. And then came Walls Angels and 4K going forward, but she's 4 wide there, the mare from Maruya. They're followed then by Mountain Chatter in the second half of the field from Craving Magic. Kimberley Secrets had to go a long way back. Mighty Myrtle is second last, and Reet Petite's the last one, 700 to go. No Dramas in front, opens the field up. Tickle Belly's in second, Moss Gold's in third, Light Infantry's in fourth. Then came 4K in fifth position, but she's 3 wide. Around Tavolo, No More Night Shift, Walls Angels, Stern Words a long way back. Kimberley Secrets, Craving Magic. Well back Mountain Chatter, Mighty Myrtle, Reet Petite last, 400 to go, No Drama in front. Tickle Belly's a length away, bearing down on the leader. Then on the far side, Light Infantry from Moss Gold, and further back to Craving Magic. Tickle Belly hit the front from No Drama. Then came Light Infantry, Mountain Chatter getting up along the inside. Tickle Belly 100 to go, in front from Craving Magic. Tickle Belly from Craving Magic and Mountain Chatter. Tickle Belly's hanging on. Tickle Belly beat Craving Magic, and they get the last 2 tickets to Randwick. Mountain Chatter's run third.
Well, Scotty Collins is pretty excited. You've taken that last spot for Mick Doyle, good supporter of the stable. She's so gallant, she's so tough, she puts herself in the race every time.
Yeah, no, she certainly does. She races up on the speed, and she gives herself every chance, and there's no doubt about her running 1400, that's for sure.
No. Last one in, but I'll tell you what, she won't be the last one home.
No, I don't think so. Obviously it's going to be a very, very hard race. But once again, I think she'll put herself up on speed and make her own luck, and they'll know she's there.
Yeah, good barrier draw will be crucial for her, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, we need a good draw, but obviously you've seen her at Nowra. She can do it the hard way if she has to, but it's probably just going to limit our chances a little bit more.
Yeah, what about Pierre? You probably haven't locked in a jockey yet, but he'll go up?
We haven't locked in a jockey as yet, so I'll talk to Mick, but I'd nearly reckon at this stage we'd have to.
Yeah, and just keep it ticking over between now and a couple of weeks?
Yeah, certainly. The bigger the space between runs, the more she enjoys it, so the turnaround's not going to worry her too much.
Your first country championship runner?
Yeah, first time, yeah, and halfway through this prep it wasn't even a consideration, but it is now.
And you've had a look at the opposition. It's a hot field.
Yeah, it's a hot field, you know. I think the thing of Paul Massaras and Gallant Star, I think they're probably the two hardest to beat. But if we race like we have been, I think we'll be right there in the finish.
Pierre will come over. This would be one of his biggest wins. We talked yesterday and I said to Pierre, I think you'll win. And he just simply sent back, I will.
A difficult horse, and she showed that in the pre-parade there, but she's just putting it all together now.
Yeah, she knows what it's all about, and I think I actually said to Graham, she will. I wasn't sure about the ride. Nick got me scratching my head because he was going too easy. I was like, that's too long, like too far from home. Like, what am I doing? Because she doesn't like to sit behind another horse either. So yeah, that was a ride that got me scratching my head, but the ability showed up today anyway. And yeah, she's really good horse, very consistent, tries her best anyway all the time. So.
And now that she's relaxing too, that's certainly going to help her be a bit versatile if she has to in the final.
Yeah, absolutely. We want her 2 races ago if she was going to go as far as 1400, and she showed that she's got the wiseness and maturity to do so now. So yeah, very confident for the next step.
Hopefully you can stick with the ride. The country jockeys are capable of winning it.
Yeah, well, I think Scott is pretty loyal for that, so I'm hoping that he's going to leave me on and we can get the job done next time.
Big thrill, well done, Pierre.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We'll catch up with Mick Doyle as well. He's been a long time owner. He's raced so many top gallopers over many years. And Mick, I remember back in the day, you had the Great Show County. There's been plenty of others. You're into a country championship final with a really gallant mare who just keeps getting better.
Yeah, no, she's done a great job, Graham, and and none of them will replace Show County. No. But she's bloody good. And, it's good for us and we're enjoying it, and it's good for Scotty. So we'll just keep going and hope for the best.